Hi, this is Sheldon Stiers, and this is the next part of my weed garden. As you can see, these are the A.K.As that have been growing. They're about 4 months long now. They're all budding. Pretty much every single one of them is. Not too big of buds on these ones yet. This one right here isn't really that crystally, or that tall for that matter, but move on. This one is the biggest one. They were all transplanted at the same time, later than the other ones. But as you can see, the buds are looking pretty nice, and they also have those little purple hairs in there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's wonderful. Really crystally too. This one, I had to tie it up. One was flopping it around too much. I don't even want to show that one. Another A.K.A. of the other two breeds. Strange leafing like the OG. You know, let me see if I can get a good one here. That's about as good as I can get, I guess. Not real good. It's the A.K.A. 4 months along. Not doing bad, very crystally. Blue Dream. All the sun leaves are dying off. I'm not too sure why. It's the only one in the pod's dying off more than any of the other ones. Very crystally. As you can see, nice little buds. The build isn't quite the same as the other ones. As you can see, it's not full cola. It's kind of growing staggered in a way. Another A.K.A. Probably about 2 feet tall. It's doing great. And the perps, still growing, a lot of yellowing. I have a feeling that it has to do with something with the fact that they're in these 55-gallon drum that I ended up cutting in half is what I did. The zoom's not working too well, but 2 major colas on there. Those colas are a good size. My hand barely fits around it. It's pretty good size ones. And the purple candy, doing wonderful like always. Best plant I have. Looks the best anyways. Plus the purple inside of there is intensely amazing. Not too bad of a plant. I pulled the other one the other day. The tri-clones were half amber, so I ended up pulling them. The OG, growing good. Strange though to see the leaf structure. All the sun leaves are single leaves, which are very weird. I've never seen that on plants besides this. I've only grown a few though, but hopefully to get better. A.K.T. A.K.A. I have a problem with my lens here. It's doing great though. Very crystally. The triclones are cloudy. Most of all the plants ended up being cloudy. Didn't last clear for very long, but the amber effect I haven't seen too much of. Still waiting for that. So as you can see, if you look at where the fence is and to where that arm's out, sticking out about 2 feet, 2.5. I had to tie the top off because it's so heavy. The bud was just too big for it. Cotton candy, doing fucking great. I don't know if you can tell. I'm 5'4", but this plant right here is now about 10 feet tall, growing. It's crazy. Another A.K.A. A lot of yellowing on the sun leaves, and not sure why. This one's doing better than the other ones, though. The buds they're huge, and if you can kind of see, I don't know if you can quite tell or not, but some of the hairs are like a pinkish instead of the normal white. Thick hairs, though. The other A.K.A. A.K.T with the red hairs. Let's get a better zoom on this one. Yeah. See, it looks wonderful. I haven't seen a plant like that. The crazy thing is, I got this seed completely different than the one that's over there. Yet it has the same hairs on it. But the crystalline's a little bit different. I've noticed in a pattern. Yeah, I can't even walk through here anymore. The cages are 2.5 feet wide, 4 feet down, and they're 5 feet apart from the edge of the cage, which leaves about another 3 feet from the stock center. So each plant's got about a few feet to deal with. This is one of my smaller blue dreams. They're budding wonderfully, though. Very good. This one right here is probably about 6 feet tall. Probably gonna give me a 1/4 pound or so. This one right here is full of buds. Full. They've been cloudy the whole way through. The triclones have. Buds are pretty big. They're not that big yet. It's just been budding for probably about a month, and we're in September still, so I'm not too sure what it's gonna bring. I hear there's rain. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do about all that. Cotton candy budding nicely, as you can see. Colors are nice. Pretty big. Not too big, but they're pretty big. Very nice. Should be a decent yield. Another cotton candy, or blue dream. The last row, all 3 of these are blue dreams, budding wonderfully. All over, everywhere, buds, huge cola, starting on top. These all came from clone, as you know, if you have been watching. And you also know that I put the cages up to help branch the arms. As you can see right here, if it wasn't for this thing would sag all the way down with most of all these. And it's about a foot out from the stock, if not more. Actually, it is more. It's something like that. I'll see in there. I don't know if you can see the wire or not. And then from where this wire is, it's probably about a foot around the wire. Some are different depending on the size of the plant. I've had to tie a couple of these up also, just because even from outside of the basket, it's starting to fall down too much, and I don't want to see none of my babies fall down here. It's a freaking jungle inside of there. Oh OG little popcorners. Still doing the same thing, not real big. I have been feeding it bud candy and something else called Big Bud, which seemed to boost it up quite a bit, in my opinion. This one's probably about as tall as me. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll just go around like this so you can kind of get a slight view of how small or how big they are. The gopher cages have done me wonders because I've already had a few plants that are out here, my tomato plants over there, that have been, gophers been fucking with them. But for the most part, the two A.K.As, this one and this one, about 75%, 50% of the brown hairs are gone, or brown. I'm probably gonna cut it down pretty soon here. Like I said, most all the triclodes are cloudy, but the amber I haven't really seen too much of, so I'm gonna keep it growing. And this is my update. I'm going to try to make a video with a magnifying glass so you can actually see the cyclotrons that are in there. So let me stay a little better posted. This is Sharp and Stars, and thanks for watching my garden.